So we're seeing a lot of change with telecommunications, particularly with the rollout of all fibre networks, for two reasons. One is that it does change the way that services can be delivered, and we're going to see that affect more on the broadcast television industry in particular as we get more over-the-top services and a shift from that focus on broadcast television to a move towards streaming television and streaming services. And similarly, in some ways, we're getting a shift as well with the way that we listen to radio and to music. So we're getting that disruption in those environments. In terms of traditional mobile networks, we're also going to get disruption because the all fibre networks are starting to lead us towards the 5G. And we're going to get that move towards all fibre networks supporting 5G. So 5G is not really a competitor, it's complementary. And so the move towards more fibre in our networks means that it will be easier and more cost effective to roll out 5G and thereby support Internet of Things. Depending upon the direction that's been taken in each of the countries in the Asia Pacific, some of those countries are going to move more readily towards the next generation networks, whether it be fibre to the home, 5G, connecting vehicles, and other countries that have taken a different path in that upgrade process are going to find that they're going to end up with lots of competing infrastructure and a lot of it unnecessary, a lot of it that will be costing money to consumers but won't be fully utilised. And so it's a matter of the effectiveness of rolling out the telecommunication networks versus what you want to actually do with it. If you believe that the telecommunication network future or the market future is infrastructure competition, well then yeah, sure, have 10 companies roll fibre down the same street and ultimately see how all 10 companies do badly over time. So there's no value in that. It's about enabling other things to connect to the network, and it's about providing over-the-top services and new ways for people to actually use the network. That's where the value is. Well, the most sustainable strategy really is one where you adopt a wholesale strategy in the infrastructure market. What you're trying to do is you're trying to focus everyone's energy on the over-the-top services and new things that you're connecting into the network. And so really having minimal hardware, minimal infrastructure that's wholesaled. Because one of the great things about fibre is that if it's a particular link or a series of links of reach capacity, well then all you've got to do is upgrade the electronics. You don't actually have to go and put new fibre in the ground. So it's that process of saying, well, okay, the first step is getting the fibre. Then we can upgrade. And we're seeing that now in 2020 in many countries around the world where they're moving from first generation PON, they're moving to third generation PON. And so we're getting XGS PON and next generation PON 2. So we're going into the 10 gigabit and 40 gigabit PON scenarios. And this year, of course, we've seen Chorus begin their rollout of third generation PON. And so it's that ability to move forward by having made that step to fibre.